Maido! Hi there, Japan fans! In today's show, we are talking about audience. Present or master shimashou. This is the fourth year of the Presentations Japan series podcast, and we are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku here in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and bestselling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be released shortly. Through this podcast, I want to help you become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 260, and we are talking about who is our audience. Before we do anything, we need to ask just who is going to be in our audience. If we don't know that information, then we are thrashing around the dark trying to find the light switch. Maybe an internal group we're speaking to. So we will have a pretty clear idea who will be in the room. It might be an industry association talk, so we can expect there will be people similar to us in the audience. It might be a public talk sponsored by a chamber of commerce, and so there could be people from many different industries gathered to hear us speak. The key point is to try and find out who will be in the audience by asking the organisers if you are not sure who is coming. If for privacy reasons you cannot get a list of attendees, then at least ask for as much detail as possible around age, rank, and gender. A benefit of going to the venue early is usually all the name badges of the audience are lined up outside the room. So you can spend a bit of time seeing who is coming. The name badge will give you the company name, but it won't give you the rank or the status of the individuals. There's a simple solution for this issue. Position yourself at the door and then try to greet as many people as possible. Japan is great because handing over all of your private key information is acceptable because we exchange our meishi or business cards. You can see the position they hold, and looking at their face, you can guess the age bracket. As you engage them, you can ascertain why they've given up their time to attend, so you can gauge their motivations and interests. We can make adjustments on the fly in terms of our angle of delivery with these insights. I heard a talk on personal branding, which completely missed the mark. The speaker was talking about how she elevated her personal brand in one of the biggest companies on the planet. Her audience were not in that company's size bracket. So there was little to relate to. If she had spent time talking to people beforehand, she would have realized she needed to make some changes in order to accommodate her audience. Sadly, that didn't happen, and the dry chicken for lunch was the only reward for attending. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Now, today's show is brought to you by, on the 28th of October, we'll do time management. 4th and 5th of November, we're doing high-impact presentations. On the 11th of November, we're doing successful public speaking. Check out our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value for you there. Now, to do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, there are over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which is the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Here are some ideas for preparing the talk, taking into consideration the likely composition of your audience. Number 1, knowledge. Are they novices on the subject, or are they veterans? It's hard to know beforehand, so it's always a safe bet to assume there will be some very knowledgeable people in attendance and prepare on that basis. Number 2, expertise. If we can understand the level of knowledge of the audience, we can pitch the content at the right level. We don't want to go too high or too low with the complexity of what we're talking about. If we get this wrong, we can alienate our listeners, and they'll tune us out, and even worse, escape to the internet to fill in the time remaining. When we have a mixed audience, it is a lot more complex, so we need to search for the right balance. Number 3, experience. Are the audience members theoreticians, or are they people from the field? Experience in the laboratory is quite different from that of the practitioner on the front line. Number 4, bias. Strong views can lead some people to have a particular bias regarding the subject we're addressing. If we know what those biases are, it will help us when preparing for the Q&A. This is where working the room as people arrive is important, to flush these out before you start. Number 5, needs. As mentioned, when we arrive early and spend some time mixing with the audience members, we get a sense of what are some of the needs around this subject. We want to leave them with some valuable takeaways, which they'll find useful. This needs to be baked into the design before we get there, or we need to focus in on some key points based on what we heard when asking people why they came. Number 6, wants. Needs and wants are not the same. We again use our pre-talk audience informal survey when chatting with the early arrivals about what are some things they would want from the talk. As a result, we may only need to change our delivery by a few degrees, but it can have a tremendous leverage benefit for resonating with our audience. Number 7, goals. When we start planning the talk, we need to think what might be some of the goals for the audience members which are inspiring them to make the effort to attend the speech. How can they apply some of the insights we're going to impart, the experiences, the data, the detail? As always, the key is to plan the talk in detail and not just spend all the time on assembling the slide deck. Rehearse, record, review. Listening to yourself. Is what you are saying valuable or is it pap? Is it corporate propaganda or is it beneficial, practical, applicable? Plan with the audience reaction in your mind and things will go much better. Thank you for joining the Presentations Japan series. If you got value from today's show, spread the love around and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you have learned today, use it, and go out there and become a presentations legend. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.